I'm really into this type of genre. I'm really into these type of, not necessarily shows, but just film in general, stories in general. And it's hard to tell from a first episode because you only get the trailers to entice you and to get you on board. And then after the first episode, it's really just a big cluster of trying to show you the world, and show you all these characters, not fully developed because it takes the season to develop it. So it's a hard job for a first episode. But I feel what we've done, also being on episode 9 as we speak, this is a really rad show. Like, I haven't been a part of something that I can be so confident about in a long time, from every aspect of it. And what's fun about the genre as well is having the scares, the glimpses of nudity, whatever it might be, as much as we can get away on basic cable, which clearly we got away with a lot.
Yeah.
To me, everyone can have their own reviews, but to me, has been done to further the storyline. It's been done to me in an appropriate way. That's not just there just to shock you or to scare you. It's furthering the storyline. And as you see in episode 2, 3, and 4 and things like that, you go, oh, okay, I get it a little bit more with certain things like that. So it's really an exciting time.
After the first episode, John comes back to town. Where does he find his place in the town going forward?
Well, I know it's very easy to say after John comes back and sees that everything is falling to crap, that he should just say, well, I'm out. I'll go to New York or go somewhere else. But the things that keep him there are, and you find out a little bit as the season goes on, but it is the passion for his town. His father helped found the town. They're the firstborn of this, he and Mary Sibley and Cotton Mather are the firstborn of this new world. It's the American pride, like I guess the true American pride at the time, that keeps him there. And the other major thing that keeps him there is the love story, and is the fact that Mary Sibley is the only person he's ever loved and doesn't understand. There's something off. Like, he obviously doesn't know, as the viewer gets to know. He doesn't know what's going on with her, and he doesn't understand how she could have married someone as awful as George Sibley, who now is even paralyzed. So it's, that intrigue kind of keeps him there as well.
The love story is one of the things that keeps him in town, and the audience does know she's a witch, but the audience also knows that he fathered a child with this woman that she got rid of. Mm-hmm. What kind of love and trust will kind of need to be held there, and what kind of foundation will be needed there in order to be a forgiveness, in order for that relationship to actually have a future?
It's a good question, because if and when he finds out, who's to say how he's going to react. What I love about the setup, that will always be a major side note that we haven't played yet, that we'll get to be able to play at some point, which will be exciting, I think, for the viewer, and also for us to actually do. Because currently the toughest thing right now is the fact that she is a witch, and of course he isn't aware of that yet.
Right.
What I like about this love story is it sets this tone of almost the impossible, of how is this going to happen? How are you going to bring these two characters together? Maybe we don't. Who knows? I don't know in the longevity of the series. But how would you bring them together? And is it a love conquers all kind of thing? What's fun about it is you see the series progress. You get to see, especially for Janet Montgomery, for her characters, you get to see the humanity come out of who she is and how she starts to become what she used to be. And all because of John's return. And all because of the fact that she feels she's sealed her deal with losing the child and making these decisions that she was forced into. And so not everything is, which makes for a good series, not everything is evil that seems evil, and not everything is wrong that seems wrong. Even John, who's the most heroic of the show, you quickly find out that he may have gotten out of war and out of being a prisoner of war, but doing some pretty wrong things. So that everyone's a flawed character in this series, and I think I think you'll see as the series progresses, how we're going to keep that love, bringing them together, pulling them apart, and where it goes from there. I've just been told how the first season might end, and that's going to be a cliffhanger. So we'll hope for season 2, because it'll be a pretty crappy ending if there isn't a second season.
So John and Cotton Mathers kind of are almost opposites in a lot of ways, and
sure.
In the first episode, Cotton kind of takes away one of John's close friends. How does he react going forward? I mean, is that something that he interacts with Cotton over, or does he let it go?
Well, you'll see almost immediately, I think, possibly, if my memory is correct, first scene of episode 2, John practically beating the crap out of Cotton. So you see that we're not, as I had said before, as a lot of pilots are, episode 1 has to set the tone. And
right.
Episode 2 and 3 is reaction. How do you react to what we just said? So they're much more fast paced. There are more, you get a lot more information out there. But as time goes by, you see that Cotton's not a bad guy. He's just a little bit more flawed than most, or at least obviously flawed than most. And when John decides to stay in town, when he decides not to leave, they have the same thing in common, where they want to protect the town that they're important, and they want to get rid of the witches, and find the ones that are truly the witch and not hang all these innocent people. So they kind of become, in an odd way, not necessarily partners, but they have to almost work together. You can almost go into that cop comedy type thing of just Lethal Weapon type thing of just the opposites being forced together, and there's a lot of that as the series goes on, and I think it's one of the major things that's working on the show, because there's such opposites and are forced into circumstances they don't want to deal with but have to, because they're the only ones of power in the town that aren't necessary selectmen.
Thanks everyone.
Thank
you
you
so much.
Okay.